big challenge, a big challenge. So another live on this. How do we say?
Good Friday.
Good Friday. Thank you. On this
Easter Good Friday.
Easter Good Friday. Thank you, Etienne, for coming in.
Yes.
Mike,
Jeff, I have a
Victoria,
question before
the whole team.
we
Talk to
start.
me. Talk to me. Go.
Are you going to be eating fish today?
Oh, it's true. You're right.
It is.
No meat. No meat on Good Friday.
So far, I didn't. I didn't eat any meat, but I guess I'll have to rethink of the menu for tonight because
Yeah. No,
cooking tonight.
it's important. Wait, Stephen, go back to the shot where we see the team.
Are you eating?
Wait. Just a sec, because no one knows who anybody is. We talk about names, but if you want to just wave Victoria and Tina. Hello, everybody. Steven is on the other side. Steven's too shy.
No, he hasn't earned the rights.
No, he has. He's been steadily doing his job for the last 72 episodes. So thank you, Steven. All right. So sorry, I interrupted you. You had a question for Mike in regards to, I think, the holidays.
The holidays.
No?
Are you guys taking? What are you guys doing for the long weekend? Except for recording live.
Well, I'm going to be working on my tractor because I need to be building something. So
You're
I'm going to.
digging a hole with your tractor?
Yeah, I have. Like all winter long, I was walking around the land, and I'm like, okay, this is going to be a project here. This is going to be a project. I have all these projects.
Can you tell me what you're building?
I'm not building. I'm digging.
Just
Okay, you're digging a hole and making a foundation.
I have trees that are dead or that I had to cut in previous years. So there's the stumps. So I'm going to dig them. It's going to be hours of pleasure and fun.
Interesting.
I might go in the forest with it and just dig holes, just to dig.
That doesn't sound right.
but there's a feeling of accomplishment I find with the digging.
You know what? I think he likes tractors. The other day he was looking at the excavator.
You think I like tractors? What are you talking about? I bought a Kubota. Yeah,
It's your second track.
This is my second one. I've always, since I was 3 years old, I couldn't even talk. I used to
I know he's fascinated with it. I know that for a fact.
but you can move earth. It's genius.
It's your feeling of
And control.
we talked about it
Yesterday was the topic. Control. I love it.
So it's fun. Well, so you're gonna, I guess, entertain yourself.
Well,
a
if
little
it's
bit. So
nice.
is it important? How important is it for an entrepreneur, for a business owner? I'm asking for you guys. To
But
take
you're
time
asking
off.
everybody
Well,
else
I'm
to
asking
watch it.
everyone asking
Whoever
how
wants to share.
important it is to take time off, to take a break, to take that step back and be like, you know what, I just need to relax, to go on vacation. How important is it for you guys?
Well, for me, it's important if I feel the need, but I don't often get the need because I love so much what I do.
Right.
And I'm not saying this in a corny way, like to try to motivate everybody. I just really enjoy what I do. I enjoy doing this. I enjoy all the challenges that come with business. I enjoy the acquisitions that we're working on. I'm enjoying the new businesses we're going into. We have new construction partners. We have the mortgage cabinet. Like, it's all challenging, fun, growing, building, moving things. So I do need to recharge like anybody else, but I find that if you're enjoying what you're doing, you need less
Yes.
recharge. Like a few years ago, I didn't like what I was doing, so I needed way more time to recharge. Like I was going on vacation a lot because I feel that it was like, I hate stuff so much that I gotta recharge. I gotta recharge. But now it's not too often. I haven't taken a day off or a vacation, I should say, and since November of 2019. Think of it. Even when my son was born, I don't think I took 1 or 2 days. Not again, I'm not saying I was at work doing things, but I was I don't need it anymore or as much.
It's funny because I was talking to my and after Mike, I'll let you assess. I was
Mike's
talking to my
busy on
wife.
his phone right now.
I was talking to my wife, and she was asking me that she wanted to we received the gift. Our anniversaries are very close. So
Okay.
we received the gift for Bata spa thing, and which is
Pampering.
not my thing. It's not my thing. But we got the certificate, and she's like, "Oh, it would be cool to go." And right the second she told me it would be cool to go. She said, yeah, but to think of it, it's not my. She knows it's not my thing. She knows it's not my thing to just like
To
sit
get
down and
pedicures.
to no, it's not even pedicure. It's just like spa thing. It's massages and not. I would enjoy the massages, but the sauna, the just relax and lay back and do nothing and by looking at the old port and I
Maybe
but and what I told her is that I'm because right now I'm so focused and towards one goal
yeah,
that
good.
I don't feel that I need it.
But that's the
So
thing.
as much as like my situation, like my I have the kids and all this stuff, and
Yeah.
it would be a lot. I know a lot of people that would crack
Oh yeah. No,
to,
you've got it. You've
but
got it.
but I'm still like I wake up every day and I'm like, you know what? I'm enjoying it. So
The most important.
that's
But it's
Mike,
not.
Mike didn't
Yeah, Mike, you want to participate?
I think it's relative. Honestly, I think the pandemic was a forced vacation to a lot of people. So for me, it's same to the same. So at the end of the day, to each their own. Myself personally, I have goals, so I'm going for them. So whoever wants to take a vacay, enjoy.
Well, that was straight to the point. Thank you for being black and white, which how you feel about the vacation thing.
I guess fair enough if you want to take. No. I think at one point, and you always need to. You said it.
But
Everybody has their level of recharging.
but you have to be honest with yourself too, because maybe
Yes.
maybe you're lying to yourself because you're trying to not be in a certain situation with your spouse or your kids or an environment. You got to be careful with your own self
But it comes back to listening.
as to make sure that you're not, yeah, trying to convince yourself of something, right? Tina, you were talking about that a bit earlier. It's true. Like you can easily lie to your own little self.
Right. We have questions or comments from our viewers.
Okay. I have a very general question from Marianne,
Sure.
who wants to know: is there even such a thing as working too much?
Yeah.
Is there a thing as working too much?
Well, I
Thank you,
agree.
Marianne, for your comment,
I
your
don't
question.
think there is. And if you're again enjoying, winning, progressing, moving, learning, in an environment like that, can there be too much? How can there be too much? You know,
I have an analogy for that actually.
Beautiful.
Um, I
Beautiful.
remember.
Does it include someone running fast from
No,
Montreal?
no, no, no.
In
What,
one
what it
hour.
includes is just. I mean, it's just a matter of opinion. A lot of people will say that that there's some kids that play too many video games. When they're playing the video games for hours on end, if they were getting paid for it, it would be great because they would actually enjoy what they're doing. So it doesn't feel like work. They could stay there 10, 15 hours and you were like, listen, it's time for you to lay off that game. Stop playing that game. It's the same thing. So when you find something you're passionate about, you never really feel like you're putting in all these hours because you're actually enjoying what you're doing.
Yeah,
So it's totally different for everyone.
it's obsession. It's being obsessed with something. It might as well be obsessed with something that's good or results in something good than being obsessed with something bad, like many of us could be with
That's right.
watching too much Netflix or series, or like there could be obsession in anything. So it might as well be obsessed. For me, I'm obsessed on the businesses that I have and growing and the goals that we have, and I don't think that's a bad thing.
And if you focus, I guess, in that in that obsession, well, you'll get the joy that you want and you need. And at one point, if you feel that you're not getting any joy or you're not having fun
Yeah.
anymore, well, it's time to readjust
Yeah.
that whatever objective it is for you as an entrepreneur, as a business.
Yeah, or to have that conversation of what am I trying to do? Yeah, maybe the goal. You're right, because maybe you've attained the goal and it's no longer challenging. But it also maybe I'm in the wrong thing because I'm not doing what I really, really want. That little
Absolutely.
voice. Maybe one day I'll just wake up and be like, "That's it. I'm digging holes for the rest of my life. I'm gonna go into the excavation game." And yesterday was no Monday at the other office. I don't know if you noticed, but I spent like an hour just looking at that
Yes,
excavator in
because
the back.
he's
Oh, I could actually quit and do that for real, and I'm not kidding.
good for you. Good for you.
Yeah, well,
Do we have other questions or comments?
I have a question just for myself, actually.
sure, sure.
Um,
Well, no, we're not. You're not allowed.
okay, never mind.
No, 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 no. Go, go, go.
Do you think that there's this sort of transition period
goal is in that, and then getting to the point where you find happiness in it, or do you think that if you're in the right thing, you're
Ah,
going to enjoy it from the very start?
oh, that's a great question. And I'm
It
going to talk
is.
about myself
Go ahead.
in a specific example. So when I was struggling in my business or sales, it's because I wasn't mastering it. I didn't see one day, maybe I'm not being clear here. I was not attaining the level of success that I wanted. So I decided to just go in. I hated it. Let's be clear. I hated it so much that I like, okay, I hate it, but I'm not going to quit it. I'm going to get way better at it.
Right.
So I hated the game, but I decided I need to learn the rules of the game better. I need to understand how to play the game better so that I can win at this and conquer the thing I hate. And now I love it because I was able to get to that next level. So I think that's a very profound. So it doesn't mean that you start something, you like it, you love it. I think you got to go all the way though and not quit too early because if not, then I think we'd quit on everything. And most of the super successful people in the world, by the way, if you like to read biographies or watch little biographies on by video or audio, they just never quit. And that's why they attain that level of success. And it becomes fun because you're moving and you're no longer competing, you're dominating your industry.
And what I would add
Great
is
question.
it is a great question, and for anything, everything takes time, and unfortunately, we're not patient enough. We're too scared of deception. We're too scared of
But it
not
goes back though,
achieving.
Jeff, to it's because you're not winning at the game.
Yeah,
You're
well,
impatient, but you're not willing to learn how to change or learn the rules of the game or learn how to better play the game in order to
we
win.
it's because I think we're not
No one doesn't like
people.
not winning. No one.
Exactly, no, exactly. So the moment you get to a point where you're hitting a wall, you're hitting once, you hit it twice, you hit it third time. Well, you're just gonna change the game because you're not like winning. So you're just gonna say, "Well, this is not for me." Well, maybe it was for you if you just decided to listen and take your time and to just pushing
Right?
and keep pushing. Because ultimately, there was a reason why you decided to go into that field or decided to take that decision, right? So give yourself that chance to make it happen.
Mike, when you're doing your job, right, and you get the wins, aren't you? Like today, you had 3 wins, I believe, right? No, no, I had one. You had two of the whatever we were doing. So you felt great about yourself. I can't see you behind the screen, but I'm hoping that you're happy about it. Or are you? Can you share about that? Because it's a nice feeling. You're all pumped and excited now. You're going home. You're gonna go kiss your wife when you see the kids. You're gonna take them up and say, kids, you're so beautiful and great. We're gonna have a great weekend because you're winning. But if you're losing or you're average or you're not performing and there's no extraordinary nothing, Mike, are you gonna be as happy? I bet you know.
I don't really.
You don't show your emotions.
I don't really look at these small little things as huge victories. Honestly, you know, like I said, it's relative for everyone. I think that a lot of people maybe, might look at these things and say, "Oh wow, look what I've done." But honestly, I've done bigger things, so this does not really impress me.
Well,
So I
wait.
look at it as a big. I have a bigger goal.
Yeah, yeah.
So
But it's
honestly,
the win. It's a win
yeah,
towards the
I
bigger
get
goal.
it, but those things don't affect me too much. Win
Oh
one,
my
lose
God.
one. I'm looking
He
at
has no emotions.
I'm looking at
He is a robot.
I'm looking at it more of a long term. It's a marathon, so
I
it's not a.
agree, and you're right. But you're gonna quit if you never win. Most sane people are gonna quit. If for 10 years you never achieved
Can I
anywhere.
say something?
Of
Like
course you can.
in my head, I already have a timeline. So if I don't get results within that certain time frame, then I'm either going to change what I'm doing or I'm going to get out of it altogether. So I already have a timeline in my head of what I'm supposed to see happen. So if within that timeline I made a certain amount of movement and I'm like, okay, I got to change this because it's got to move faster or this, that, and the other. So I already have a timeline in my head.
Are you freaking
Regardless of
out?
which.
What?
Are you freaking
No, no,
out?
because you're thinking, uh-oh, he's on a time,
He's on the
he's on a
clock.
clock.
He's on the
But you're
clock.
saying you're gonna quit? I have a
No,
hard.
no, I have a timeline.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. But the
look,
timeline.
I'll tell you something. If you're gonna get in your car and you're gonna drive to Florida, right? you got to tell yourself, well, you know what? It should take about 3 days to get there,
Yeah.
roughly,
Yeah.
right? So if you get to New York and all of a sudden there's traffic and you don't know what's happening, but it's not moving at all for 3, 4 hours straight to the point that they block the highway and you got to sleep at a motel or whatever, then at that point you may say, well, you know what? We had 5 days. It takes us a day and a half to get there. So at this point, what do I do? Do I turn back or do I continue going? And that's the decision that you're going to have to make.
So what would you do,
So
Mike?
what
What would
do?
you do?
I'm interested.
Well, it depends. Now, I have
Oh my
no,
God.
no, look, you're looking at that timeline. If your vacation is 5 days and you're at day 4, and it's going to
Exactly,
take you,
exactly those variables. What would you do? Would you turn around or continue?
I would turn around because I never make it on time.
What would you
Oh
do?
no, I wouldn't. I'd continue. I'd keep on going.
You'll stay on
But
traffic.
you'd never
It's
make
Yeah.
funny because I have a different answer. I would just stay in New York and do my
No,
enjoy New York. Come on.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. But I would want to go to the end because I don't know what. Maybe I'll have some surprise of some sort when I get there. Like I don't want to quit.
You know why you're saying that? Because you don't have a timeline. If you had a timeline, you're going to tell yourself, well, you know what? I got to be back because I only have 5 days to
No,
make
but
this happen.
Mike, we all have a timeline. We're all gonna die. So
But that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. So at some point,
little
you're going to tell
dramatic.
yourself, well, listen, I got this and that to do because I got this appointment at that day, that other day. I can't miss those appointments. So I got to say, listen, am I going to keep going or I'm going to say, you know what? Let me cut my losses here and let me continue what I'm doing there.
first of all, I wouldn't have been stuck in traffic for 3-4 hours because I would have used some type of a Waze or something to guide me through not stay. I don't know. I don't know if it's a good example. Is it a good example?
It's a great example.
Or
You know why?
But you're saying you're quitting.
Another idea.
No,
what
it's not-
what
it's
I
not-
would
it's
do.
not quitting. It's basically changing your perspective.
See, that's
what you're
why you
supposed to do.
guys are not succeeding. What I would do is I would take a flight. Let's go to Miami. That's it. That's all, guys. I leave the car there. I'm just gonna you readapt. You adapt to your chat. You adapt. You adapt. You adapt.
Exactly.
That's
So
it.
you would take a flight and go to Miami. If that possibility is there, then of course.
Why not? I create it.
Okay, but when
It's
you're
my
when
world.
there's no
Control.
If
We
there's
talked
no
about it
if there's
yesterday.
no
Control.
If there's no airports nearby, what do you do?
Figure it out.
Okay, well you should have been on the I-95 last November. I'd like to see how you figure it out.
So you're talking from a very specific scenario that you lived through, and
I'll walk. You know what? I'll walk.
but I don't even remember what we were talking about. Why we ended up with the traffic scenario, and we're saying
We're talking about victories.
that they're important so that you won't quit. So there you failed, so you're quitting.
Yeah, but don't put everything under those victories because victory. Remember that book of the Michael Jordan's coach. Can't remember his name for a second. But anyways, he wrote a book
Yeah.
about victories,
Yeah,
and
I forget
and
the name
and,
too,
and, and and in it he pointed blank blank. Winning doesn't care,
It's not about the winning,
So
but if you
the
don't win,
winning
though,
is interesting and it's fun. It makes it fun,
It's
but
about the
it's not. It's
challenge
the
of-
challenges. It's that process. That is the road that makes it
but I'll
actually
still
fun.
take the win, though. Personally,
Of course,
the win.
but you win today and tomorrow.
No, but every day is
It doesn't count
the
anymore.
winning, just getting up in the morning and going and doing my thing. That's the feeling of I won.
You know what? Every coach in every game will tell you, "Fine, we won, but now we need to focus on the next
That's
game."
right.
'Cause
That's right.
This
This is
little
how I
thing,
see
this
it
little
all
thing
the-
you
all
did
day.
today counts for nothing.
That's right. So all these little wins count, is what I'm trying to say. And now you're saying you're agreeing, which you weren't in a minute ago. So I will take the victory on that one. Tina, did we not talk about it already? I guess we
No,
didn't. If
we-
Tina's bringing it up,
All right.
so Jeff, go for it.
Go for it. So contest. We have $10,000 of product of Apple products. So we're talking about Mac Pro, oh my God, Mac Pro, iPad, iPhone, and AirPods. How do you participate? Very easy. You only need to comment, share, tag people that would be interested. You get one participation for every action, for every engagement you do on our pod, on our show. You can go back to the episode number 1 and until 100, we will draw the winner on the episode on 100. And also, if you review us on Google or subscribe to any of our channels, you will get 5 participation. So there you go, fellas. Do we have anything else to talk about? So I guess we will
So
See you-
happy long weekend, happy
Yes.
Easter weekend, everybody. We'll see you back on Monday. We're back with our next live show. Thank you.
Enjoy, everyone.